All right, grade 12's functional groups, halogens. This all goes over into our learning goals 2.1 and 2.2. We'll get into alcohols and ethers as well as we do this video. So again, what group are the halogens found in? Halogens are in group 17 of the periodic table. They're mainly consistent of 4 nonmetals: chlorine, fluorine, bromine, iodine. Astatine, which is the last halogen, is actually a metalloid. We won't be talking about that. It's a radioactive element. Really cool properties, but really not part of what we're going to be doing in our course. So how many electrons are in the outer shell of halogens? Well, they're in group 17, so they have 7 valence electrons, right? So what does this mean? Halogens want to form one bond, right? So they want one valence electron. It's going to be a covalent bond when they bond with a carbon atom. In fact, it's going to be a polar covalent bond due to the differences in electronegativity. So root names, all of these things have root names. The key part here is that we're always going to list functional groups alphabetically in the structure. Okay, so bromo is for bromine, chloro for chlorine, fluoro for fluorine, and iodo for iodine. And again, in alphabetical order, B, C, F, I. So if we had a carbon atom, which we're going to have later on, that has all of these in them, we would start with the bromine, then chlorine, fluorine, iodine. Okay, so here's some practice. So I'm going to let you pause the video, but write out the structure of the following. Some hints I can give you right now is always start with the back part of the name first. So right here where it says dibromomethane, start with the methane. Again, meth tells you how long the longest carbon chain is. Ane tells you whether there's single, double, or triple bonds. Dibromo. Think about what di means. So how many bromines do you think are attached to this methane? And the next one, I've got 2-chloro, 2-methyl, 3-hexene. Again, start at the end, draw out hex. The ene tells you where the double bond is. It has a double bond at carbon 3. Attached to carbon 2 is a methyl group, and attached to that carbon 2 again is a chlorine. And go through all of these. Okay, so pause the video right now. I'm going to show you the answers just on the next slide. Okay, pause. Alrighty, here we go. Here are the answers. So that dibromomethane that we were chatting about, again, meth is 1 carbon, all single bonds, dibromo, so there's 2 bromines attached to it. In B, again, here's my methyl group, here's my hexene, and at carbon 3, there is a double bond. And then at carbon 2, there was the chlorine, right? In C here, I had dichloro, so there's a chlorine attached there, chlorine attached there. In the names, you can see how crazy some of these names come up with. Bromo, chloro, fluoro, iodo, methane would be 2A. And then there's the other 2 answers for B and C.